Canelo throwing and throwing, turning the fight around.
There's more knockout punches now.
Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez firing away down the stretch.
Blessings up, man. It's real life boxing. Yeah.
Almost exactly 1 year ago, Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin battled for 12 rounds, revealing nothing but fierce resolve and respect for one another.
This is officially a draw.
But after a controversial decision left the boxing world wanting more, the rematch was quickly scheduled for May 5. Then, everything changed.
Canelo Alvarez tested positive for trace amounts of clenbuterol.
Desafortunadamente, la pelea, la revancha tendrá que esperar.
A period of eligibility of 6 months.
All in favor?
All parties involved finally came to an agreement, and Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin 2, is now officially on.
Все, что было с этой историей связано, это одна. Realmente no me importa lo que él diga. Sabe que va a perder el 15 de septiembre, no quiere buscar un pretexto.
Since the scorecards were read that night last September, anything resembling respect between the two superstars has been shattered. So when Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin walk to the ring moments from now, they will carry what remains.
Quiero arrancarle la cabeza, eso sin duda.
The real anger, the deep contempt, and the strong emotions that so often lead to legendary nights in the ring.
Я за справедливость, я за правду. Парень находит в себе мужество посмотреть в глаза.
Tonight, no amends will be made. No peace offerings to repair a fractured relationship. There will be only a fight in search of a definitive conclusion. Canelo versus Triple G. The rematch is next. A quick sampling of some of the stars and celebrities on hand for this big fight. Rosie Perez, always here. Thomas Hearns, a reminder of the greatness of Detroit boxing in the 80s, and the late Emanuel Stewart. Omar Benson Miller, a big fan. Charles Barkley comes to almost every big fight. We would never expect to see something like this take place without his presence here. Dale Earnhardt Jr., profiled on Real Sports for his upcoming second career as a boxing or as a racing broadcaster. Will Smith, who of course once portrayed Muhammad Ali, and Dave Chappelle, who comes to almost every big fight, just like Charles Barkley. All right, now let's come back to our two experts and get ready for tonight. Max Kellerman, what most intrigues you about Canelo Golovkin 2?
The first fight had almost everything. Two top fighters at their best, going at it with contrasting styles, and it produced the rare pay-per-view extravaganza that actually at least lived up to its hype, if not exceeded it. There was only one thing missing. The guys seemed to like each other. Not anymore. This is a grudge match, and it brings up so many questions. Most importantly, does that mean that Triple G now throws caution to the wind and takes the kind of risks he didn't always take in the first fight, pinning Canelo to the ropes and keeping him there? And does that mean that Triple G is more likely to score his knockout, or that he's going to give Canelo the kind of counter-punching opportunities? There's risk involved,
hit the like button if you
after
in
all,
here, man.
to score the knockout himself. That's the biggest question coming into this fight, Jim. The grudge match, how is it going to affect the rematch?
All right, let's turn to our World Championship boxing expert, Roy Jones. Which of those questions might you want to answer, Roy?
The main question I want to answer is that Triple G knows that right now he has to throw caution to the wind, get inside, stay close to Canelo, and try to get the knockout. Because if he don't do that, he may end up with another draw, which is the clock is running out on him. He's already 36. He can't afford to keep sitting out a year at a time waiting for a rematch because his clock is steady going bad. The timing is not good for him. He has to, like Max said, throw caution to the wind tonight and go for the knockout.
Maybe the most important number going into the fight. 36 years old, Triple G, as Roy suggests, pushing the envelope for boxing greatness. Let's take a look at some other numbers on the tail of the tape. And you see that age difference at the top. But remember, Canelo Alvarez is fighting in his 53rd pro fight. It's the 40th for Golovkin. Alvarez's professional career actually began 6 months before that of Golovkin, who had 350 amateur fights. A 1.5-inch height advantage for Golovkin, which he sometimes gives away by leaning forward as he stalks the opposing fighter. An arm length advantage for Golovkin, a 1 inch measured from the armpit to the end of the fist, and that mostly shows up in his jackhammer jab. And they both weighed in under the 160-pound limit. Golovkin at 159.6 was on the scale first. Canelo at 159.4 moments after.
Это самое идеально закончить бой нокаутом, и не было возможности у судей принимать свои crazy решения. Это самое большое событие для меня для бокса.
Hit the like button, y'all. Fight's about to stop. We in here. No, I'm not showing y'all shit. You get a copyright strike for that. You should know that. You see any other channel showing this shit? Don't come on here with that shit, because I'm going to block you. Listen to this shit or get the fuck off my channel. Listen to this shit or get off. You see anybody on this channel showing this shit? Get out of here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. Sentiment is clear.
I'm rude. I'm rude. Bro, you can get off my page. You all know what the deal is. Hit the like button or get off. That's simple. Listen to the shit. Don't get me all turned up right now. Joe Jeff, I'm gonna block you, bro. Listen to this shit. I'm not showing you shit.
Here comes Gennady Golovkin. He's only fought in this arena once before, and it's a bad memory because he thought he won the fight and wound up with a draw instead.
You know, it's a great song, Seven Nations Army. And every time you hear it now, that brand in boxing, like we
I'm talking about please. Motherfucker in there talking about please. Stop begging. Hit the fucking like button and subscribe. It's 67 people in this bitch and 3 likes. Hit the like button and subscribe. You begging, talking about please. Hit the like button.
A living legend already in some ways, Roy. But to indelibly, permanently make that legend stick, he's got to win tonight.
Nigga, you a dude. What you worrying about if I'm ugly as fuck for? Tom, what you talking about? What you worrying about if I'm ugly as fuck for? We watching boxing. That's some bitch shit.
Is a Mexican fighter who might be expected to have the crowd advantage. Triple G has a special appeal.
Triple G says Mexican style is particularly if you're an aggressive fighter with a Mexican-American trainer in North America. But really, Triple G is beloved by boxing fans all over the world, regardless of nationality. If you speak boxing, you love Triple G because he brings it. He's one of the best guarantees for your money, for your entertainment
Nigga, just
dollar
listen to the fucking
sports.
fight and shut the fuck up. Hit the like button. Need to do is stop begging right now because I'm not showing shit. Y'all broke motherfuckers. Listen to my shit.
And there's the fighter who for the last 3 years
if you don't like it, get the
has
fuck
seen
off.
his name appear in virtually every written sentence that also included the name Gennady Golovkin. They are permanently paired in boxing lore now.
And will only be more so after tonight. Canelo is, along with Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight champ, one of the two biggest draws, one of the two biggest stars in boxing. And the question is always with the money fighter, who can get anyone into the ring because he's worth the biggest prize in the prize fight. Will he use that platform to make the biggest fights against the best fighters or not? Canelo has used it to make the biggest fights.
And Roy Jones, his career and his reputation survived the loss to Floyd Mayweather, as it should have.
Change the title for what? Learn to read. The title clearly says no fucking video. Get the fuck off my shit. And y'all keep talking shit, I'ma block y'all ass, because I'm about to watch this fucking fight.
It's el mariachi.
Here it comes, Roy. The biggest star in North American boxing, Canelo Alvarez. He's used to this by now. He's been in big fight after big fight since he was in his early 20s. He's in his late 20s.
And like Jim said, his career survived an early loss to Floyd Mayweather, but it's because he was only 21 years old. Much like we see Munguia tonight, who's 21 years old, so that's a great time to start your fights, start your career and having big fights.
And when you look at the big events he's created, against Triple G the last time out, against Miguel Cotto, Hall of Famer, against Floyd Mayweather when he was really a baby by boxing terms, against even fighters who had seen their best days but still had big names, like Shane Mosley, or fighters who had built their names but shouldn't have been in the ring with him, like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. All high-profile fights. In almost every instance, he has been the main attraction.
And that's just the first half of his career, Max. He said this is about to start the second half. Imagine what we got in store next.
He's been a fighter who, in spite of his status as the moneymaker, hasn't ducked tough, awkward fighters with whom he had close fights, but he figured out ways to win. Austin Trout, Erislandy Lara, just the kind of fighters that the money fighter like Canelo generally avoids, not Canelo.
Don't they usually avoid them because that calls for a bad night or a bad showing. Canelo doesn't care. Whoever they put in front of him or whoever they want to see him against is who he fights.
There's a sense tonight, Roy, that Canelo is the counter-puncher, is the more versatile fighter, has an advantage. They're fighting round 13 here tonight. Does he have the advantage?
I don't think he has the advantage, but I do think he has the deeper toolbox because he can come forward and he can go backwards.
Hit the like button. I'm gonna give y'all round-to-round updates on what's going on. Hit the like button. It's real life boxing.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the wait is finally over. Live on HBO pay-per-view from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena here in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing this scheduled for the WBC, WBA, IBO, Ring Magazine, Middleweight Championship of the World. Promoted by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and Triple G Promotions. Presented by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Sponsored by Hennessy. Never stop, never settle. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Como quieres viajar? Fly your way to Mexico with Interjet Airlines. Venom, the movie starring Tom Hardy, worldwide everywhere, October 5th. Fred Loy Insurance, put Fred in your corner. And Capital Holdings. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Executive Director, Bob Bennett, with our supervisors for this bout, WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, from the WBA, Mariana Borisova, and from the IBO, Jorge Alonso. Your three judges scoring at ringside, Glenn Feldman, Dave Moreni, and Steve Weisfeld. And when the action begins inside the ring, referee in charge, Benji Esteves. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready. The fighters are ready. Millions of fans watching live around the world are ready. Las Vegas, Nevada, make some noise if you are ready. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed in gold, he weighed in officially 159.5 pounds. Professional record stands outstanding with 49 victories, 1 defeat, 2 bouts, even with 34 wins coming by way of knockout. The former multi-time 2-division champion of the world, El Hijo de Guadalajara, El Orgullo de México. Here is Saúl Canelo. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks, he weighed in 159.5 pounds. This veteran in 39 professional bouts, 38 victories, including 34 knockouts, no defeats, 1 bout even. He is the unified WBA, WBC, IBO, Ring Magazine middleweight champion of the world from Karaganda, Kazakhstan, Triple G, Gennady Golovkin.
Okay guys, vuelvo a repetir mis instrucciones, quiero una pelea limpia, I want a clean fight, podéis que mis instrucciones todo el tiempo, they my commands at all time. Mucho más importante, protégete durante la pelea todo el tiempo. Most important, protect yourself at all time. Trunks are good here, trunks are good there. Buena suerte. Good luck.
It's not just that their first fight ended in a draw. It's that it was so good, everyone wanted to see it again. Can the rematch top the original?
Get it.
A longer than usual wait for the
like button. Let's get it.
Here they go. Will it be round 13 of the first fight, or will it be round 1 of a different fight? Golovkin starts off with the jab, by far his most effective weapon in the first fight. Canelo tries a left hook, Golovkin blocks it with his right glove and fires a couple more jabs. Body shot by Canelo.
Canelo already not giving up much ground, Jim, like he did in the first fight. He's coming out being more aggressive and coming forward. As a matter of fact, circling more, like he thinks he's the puncher.
Perhaps trying to send a psychological message to Triple G.
Golovkin keeping that right fist very close to his chin, already picked off a whistling left hook from Canelo. Conscious of that hook.
And this could be dangerous for Canelo if he runs into a big shot by Golovkin, because Golovkin is the middleweight and the bigger guy normally.
This is a tactical round so far. If there's an edge, it's Golovkin landing his jab, just as was the case in the middle rounds of the first fight. Canelo reaching with a left hook, hasn't made it connect yet.
The tactical fight favors Canelo, the counterpuncher, and the more kind of mobile boxer.
And now Canelo gets a jab through Golovkin's guard.
Hit the like button and make sure y'all subscribe. Stop begging, just listen.
Golovkin goes back to the jab twice more. Jab, jab, jab. Golovkin hasn't thrown a power shot. Blocks the right hand with his left glove.
Pressure fighters often take a round or two to get going, and Triple G is a pressure fighter.
Minute 13 to go in the round. Canelo lands a jab to the chest, pushing Golovkin back just a little bit. But the most important punches so far have been Golovkin's jabs upstairs. That is a good one by Canelo.
Both guys are landing some really good jabs, Jim. And Golovkin is using his jab to keep Canelo at bay, but Canelo is trying to stalk him.
So far, the grudge and the bad blood has resulted in a disciplined, tactical fight early on.
But with Canelo a little heavier on his front foot than is normally the case.
Yes, he is.
And that's something Golovkin might want.
That's exactly what he wants, Jim. This is playing right into Golovkin's favor.
And now Golovkin tries a right hand as Canelo continues to lean in toward him. A much more aggressive Canelo Alvarez than we expected to see in the early going. Golovkin looking to take advantage.
Golovkin hasn't tried to go to the body yet either, but he's fighting a different fight because Canelo has changed. Canelo didn't come out and stalk like this in the first
Only
fight.
10 seconds left in a tactical round. Golovkin again snaps Canelo's head back with a jab.
Good. All right, be happy, and be aware.
In the first round, I'm not sure.
You see, he's being more careful than last time. Right, he wants to catch you with one shot, yeah? One shot, right here. Guard here, flex your waist here, like this.
They was both busting the jab. Triple G looked a little bit better.
Very, very good. Deep breath.
Hit the like button though.
Very, very good. Make sure we keep that jab on him. A little more faint. And when you back up, stay down again. Okay, stay down.
Someone we hated our celebrity package at the beginning, LeBron James, along with his lifelong friend, Maverick Carter. And now we go to round two. I titled the first round Respect. They showed enormous respect for each other in round number one. If I had to pick a winner, I'd say Golovkin won it with the jab, but Harold Letterman differs with me and gives the first round to Canelo Alvarez.
The issue is, even when Golovkin can win a tactical round, we saw in the first fight, Canelo was getting some of those rounds on the judges' scorecards. And everyone agreed Golovkin had to be more aggressive. So far, he's been less aggressive.
Jabbing contest continues as we go into round two.
Redness around Golovkin's right eye.
Yes, from that hook. Good uppercut by Golovkin.
Golovkin with his deep amateur background, the silver medalist in the Olympics, a dominant international amateur, does have the skills to control a fight with the jab.
Yes, he does.
Hardest punch of the fight so far. So Canelo draws first blood in terms of landing a meaningful power shot. And now Canelo lands a jab. And he stays aggressive in round two. Still a little heavier on that front foot.
Good three-punch combination. Good three-punch combination by Canelo.
Canelo's getting loose.
Good answer back by Triple G, though.
Right hand over the top by Triple G.
It's not that Golovkin can't box in the middle of the ring. It's why would he want to?
Great body shot by Canelo.
Hoping that he can get Canelo to open up and land something big, Max. He wants Canelo comfortable.
Triple G's face is starting to really mark up.
And Canelo is not giving him any ground, so he can't back Canelo back if Canelo won't back up.
They're hooking
with a couple of left hooks.
The question, the old adage in boxing is don't hook with the hooker, Roy. Who's the hooker here?
Canelo. By far, he's got a hook to the head and to the body. But Triple G has a big hook too, don't get it wrong.
Cut over his right eye, it looks to me, in the corner of his right eye, Triple G.
A good body shot.
Now Canelo, Triple G opens up and throws some power shots.
Good jab again.
His jab is working early.
Yes, it is. A beautiful thing early. Canelo wants power shots
with the left hook. Ducks under another shot.
Oh, good shot.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Triple G back. Body shots already. Canelo with a 5-0 edge. Left hook lands for Triple G. And another one.
Two heavy-handed guys exchanging real big shots.
Oh, really big shots, Max.
10 segundos.
Triple G jabbing here to try to put the round away. But Canelo's landed some hard shots. In center ring as they continue to stay with each other in center ring.
Good round.
Don't worry about it. Let's make it. Let's not get that side, right? Okay, let's water back.
We're doing too much. Clearly says no
so much
video.
respect.
Exactly.
Okay,
Hit the like
let
button.
jab stay tight and then counter from that. Even if it's single shots, that's okay with it. But don't worry about the combination right now. Just pound it.
Yeah, you will get a copyright strike for showing the TV. It's happened to me before, bitch. Just listen.
Here you see Canelo giving a fake jab and a lead left hook right there because Triple G thought the jab was coming. He went for the jab and Canelo landed the best hook of the night so far.
Power punches through round 2. Both fighters have landed 10. Canelo 10 out of 24. Golovkin 10 out of 21. Power shots. Jabs. Golovkin has clearly landed more.
I don't know if it's flowing, but the right eye from that hook, there's a dark, deep red mark in the eye, in the corner of the right eye.
But Abel Sanchez did not treat it as though it was a cut, Max Kellerman. So apparently there's no blood flowing there. Abel Sanchez simply talked to the fighter and did nothing with regard to his eye.
Yeah, there's blood. It just may not be external yet.
And
There's something going on.
And one thing Abel did tell him was not to give him too much respect. And that's saying something because he doesn't want to be backing up from Canelo this much, and Golovkin can't seem to do nothing about it yet.
Body shot by Canelo. He continues to lead in that category. Uppercuts from both fighters. Canelo's was the harder of the two.
Canelo disciplines aggressive fighters because it's not just that he counters with stinging force.
Shock. He puts shock on those punches, man.
And Abel's essentially telling Triple G, I know, it's not easy, but you got to get in. You got to be aggressive, more aggressive.
Good try by Canelo. A good slip by Triple G. Beautiful slip by Triple G.
Copy box numbers, Golovkin throwing and landing more now. 10 more landed punches. 35 more thrown punches so far in the fight. A lot of those numbers, just as in the first fight, coming from the jab.
Guys, Canelo had success in the early rounds of their first fight, but it feels like his punches are doing more damage in the early rounds of this fight.
Well, he's definitely more aggressive. He's leaning on his front foot. He's not backed up against the ropes. Triple G hasn't really gotten Canelo to the ropes a single time. That left hook missed. That left hook missed as well.
Triple G landed a good right hand on Canelo just a minute ago, though. Really good right hand.
Okay, Triple G's getting his shots in, plenty of them. But Canelo is the confident fighter in there right now.
Now Triple G lands another right hand behind his head. Misses with the left hook, comes back with the second one and breezes Canelo. Triple G is letting his hands go more than in the first fight at this moment.
And that jab is causing Canelo some problems, Jim.
Generally throughout his career when Triple G lands those heavy shots upstairs, guys fall. Roy, you wonder what effect it has on him psychologically when Canelo takes those shots.
It has a big effect on him. You see him breathing hard already, Max. He's not really used to that happening to him. He's breathing very hard, and Canelo seems very composed. If Canelo lands some good body shots here, it'll be really good for him.
But you see the margin by which Triple G is landing more headshots. Judges see headshots. They don't always see body shots nearly as well.
That's true, but the body shots will be more effective for the long haul.
Agreed. And it's something that Triple G must have felt he needed to do more of this fight, but he isn't doing it so far.
Breathe. How are you feeling, sir? Good.
Yep, good round, good round.
Toma aire primero.
Breathe first.
Took that round. Good round.
Water now. You're going good. The fight is going good. Just like that. Just like that. He's pushing it back and he doesn't know what to do. But you've got to be careful,
Hit the
right?
like button and subscribe, please.
He's a one punch. He's a puncher. So you've got to be careful. One punch can end the fight. Jab him. Feint him. Up at the top and on the bottom. Now we wanted to catch you on this side because you throw it the same way. Feint and throw 2 times. Touch the body, touch the top.
He see Triple G coming in, throwing a good up jab that was probably one of his best straight-on punches of the night. Stirred Canelo up a little bit and made him uncomfortable.
So far, guys, however you have it scored, and like when we were watching Andre Ward and Kovalev, Canelo's winning the story of the fight so far, however you have the round scored.
while Triple G is winning the CompuBox numbers of the fight. And now let's check in with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman, to see how he scored the first 3 rounds. Harold?
Okay, Jim, I got a 29-28, 2 rounds to 1, Canelo Alvarez. Jim, I thought Canelo started out a little bit stronger, landed the hardest shots. You know, close rounds, not easy to score. I wouldn't argue if one of the judges had it going the other way. But I've got a 2-1, 29-28, Canelo Alvarez, very, very close.
Left hook lands for Triple G. Couple of attempted right hands for Golovkin. Canelo is beginning to up his punch count. He hadn't been throwing as many as Golovkin, but he is in this round.
When Triple G lands his punches clean, they tend to be straight punches. Canelo's landing the crooked punches clean.
Yep.
Uppercut lands for Triple G.
Good body shot by Canelo at the same time.
It's a trading fight, just as was the case in the first fight. And both guys are continuing to show amazing chins.
Amazing chin, but Triple G's using a very good jab. That's giving him a little bit of an advantage, I feel.
These are just devastating
Another
shots.
good body shot for Canelo. He's got all the, and there's a body shot for Triple G. That's what he needs to do more of, or at least in the eyes of many boxing experts, what he should do more of.
I don't think Triple G is used to this pace, though, Jim, and he's not used to having to back up like this. So Canelo's still in a good spot as long as he don't get caught with nothing big. Because like Max said, he's really still winning the story of the fight because he's fighting where he's comfortable. Triple G is not fighting in his comfortable fight. He's doing a good job of winning the fight with that jab, though.
Triple G's throwing more punches than Canelo, partially because Canelo's making him throw more punches with his forward pressure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like by design for Canelo.
But so far, guys, we're in the 4th round. Triple G has not gotten ahead of steam going. He has not created any real forward momentum, any sustained momentum. He's not put his punches together. He has isolated moments, and then Canelo comes back and counters.
Like that.
And it's Triple G circling the perimeter. It's not like it's the 1st round. We're in the 4th round.
Oh, good shot.
Body shot by Canelo. His body work is a difference between the two of them. Triple G tentative and short with the uppercut.
Usually when a fighter lands a big body shot in a fight like this, the other guy comes right back with his own body shot. Triple G did not.
He comes back with jabs. And he's still landing a stiff jackhammer jab.
That was the end of the 4th round. It's a good fight. It's pretty even. But they're fighting in closer quarters than they did in the first round. They're fighting in close quarters, and Triple G is backing up. Canelo's backing Triple G up. Hit the like button.
Now, when you throw that good jab,
both of them make good shots, so hit the like button.
And you got to be lower with those shots. You understand? Yeah. Lower. Yes. I don't want them on top.
Right.
There.
Come on, you guys. Give me 100 likes. Hit the like button.
Max, I'm going to tell you about this uppercut right here. See this uppercut Triple G lands?
Yep.
Watch the body shot that he missed. Luckily, Canelo missed that body shot, or we might have had a down fighter that round. But that was a beautiful uppercut landed by Triple G, but it's lucky for him that Canelo missed that body shot.
The body shots Canelo is landing so far are the kind of shots that take the fight out of an opponent.
Yes.
Canelo's girlfriend and daughter at ringside. And now we go to round 5 of the scheduled 12 CompuBox numbers. Golovkin has landed 23 more total punches. He has thrown 80 more total punches so far through round 4.
I think Canelo has a little cut over his left eye. I saw him working on in the corner.
Triple G had the red spot over the right eye. And now Golovkin lands his jab right on the left eye of Canelo, where you see a cut. Roy Jones.
Yeah, there's blood on his beard from that cut.
I mean, Triple G seems determined to take the hook upstairs away from Canelo, but he's giving him the hook to the body and everything else.
Canelo doing something to Triple G that Triple G has never seen before, Jim. He's constantly stalking him like that. Triple G is not used to this type of a fight, trust me.
Roy, it almost looks like Triple G is going to have to do something to change the momentum of this fight.
He is, or he's going to run out of gas because it looks like he's fading fast. And that's why I was telling you earlier about being a big bear all the time, you lose the true advantages of it. Good uppercut. I mean, good hook by Triple G.
Trading jabs. Almost the entire fight has been fought in the center of the ring. So far, we haven't seen the profile we saw so much of in the last fight, with Canelo on the ropes and Triple G stalking him. Canelo staying in the center of the ring because Canelo is stalking just as much as Triple G. It is Canelo who is the come-forward fighter tonight, and that's an odd tactic for a counterpuncher, but he's making it work in the early going.
Canelo
forcing Triple G to work.
Canelo said he's been training for the knockout since his camp opened, and he is fighting like he trained for the knockout.
Exactly.
Golovkin lands the right hand there. Jab for Canelo.
Does not look like Canelo plans on winning the fight on points, though he may be up. It looks like he's looking to knock Triple G out.
Or hurt him. And Triple G looked like he's fading a little bit, Max. Body-wise, looked like he's fading a little bit, like he shook his head no after those two jabs. He's not feeling comfortable when he's backing up. This is not his style of fighting.
Now 5 rounds of fighting on the perimeter and backing up and not coming forward.
Everybody has to be careful here, though, because anybody can run into a big punch that can end things right here. Good body shots. See, that's what discourages punchers from punching at Canelo. You throw 2 good punches at him, and he bangs with 2 good body shots. Very discouraging for a puncher.
And still the body attack seems mostly missing.
Backing up.
But he lands his jab continuously.
Backing up.
And it's all a matter of what do the judges want to look at. As Triple G lands a combination, left jab, right cross, in the closing seconds of round number 5.
Relax, son. Relax, son. How do you feel? Good. All right. You're younger than he is, so you're younger than he is. You got to take advantage of that, son. It's halfway through the fight, okay? Make him miss. Make him miss. Everything good? Yes.
So it says Benavidez, that's right. He's trading with Triple G, and he's getting the back. He got Triple G backing up.
Let's go to his outside. Let's knock him out, all right? Come on.
Hit the like button.
Once again, like the first fight, Triple G showed a beautiful jab right there against Canelo. Right there on that cut, missed it with the hook. But then Canelo's right back and landed the power shot, which is a overhand right, boom, right there on the eye of Triple G. So Triple G again being successful with the jab, but Canelo being more successful with the power punches.
Guys, Triple G camp, Abel Sanchez, his trainer, was complaining that Canelo wasn't fighting enough in the first fight. He said he hopes Canelo brings it for the fans, for boxing. Canelo's bringing it. He's doing exactly what they wanted him to do. Triple G is lacking aggression throughout.
And Canelo's just going to get better because he's used to fighting like this, Max.
Good body shot with the left hand by Canelo.
He's just going to get better at it.
Triple G has basically doubled Canelo in terms of landed jabs. And the jab is probably the punch that created the cut above Canelo's left eye. Canelo was cut over the left eye in 2 previous fights against Shane Mosley and Liam Smith. He won both of those fights.
At this point, Triple G seeing that boxing in the middle of the ring is not working. He's not winning this fight doing that. So unless he plans on catching Canelo with one big punch, which is a risky strategy, he's better off forcing the fight forward. He's not doing it.
He's not winning the fight in your eyes, Max. Harold Letterman has Golovkin up 3 rounds to 2.
It ain't that he's not winning the fight necessarily, it's that he can't force Canelo to go back, Max. He would push him back if he could, but Canelo refuses to go backwards. So it's not on him again like the first fight. Everything is dictated on what Canelo wants to do. If Canelo wants to stop, that's what Canelo does. If Canelo wants to back up,
that lands for Golovkin.
If Canelo wants to back up, that's what he does. So Canelo still is in charge, even though he may be behind by a round.
Another jab lands for Golovkin. Canelo is not throwing as many punches in this round. Let's look over the top for Golovkin. Canelo reaching with the right hand. Good left hook to the body by Canelo.
How many of those can Triple G take before he starts to bend or break? Roy?
I don't know. He's taking a lot of them, but you got to be careful for the one coming up to the head off of that. That's what Canelo's working on.
Left hook and an uppercut landed for Golovkin, and Canelo came back with an uppercut of his own.
And Triple G showing really good defense too, Max. He pretty much blocking that body shot.
Great right hand lands for Golovkin.
Land for both of them.
To me, it looks like he's responding to those body shots like they're getting to him.
They are. They started to.
It's not that Triple G isn't having success at times. He is, clearly.
It ain't his fight, though, man.
It's not his fight.
That's exactly right. He's not fighting his
Canelo
fight.
who's dictating the fight.
Like he did the first fight.
Punches landed this round. Canelo with the edge, according to Tommy Box.
Canelo used to
One of the first rounds in which Canelo has an edge and landed shots, according to Copy Box. 17 seconds.
See that, guys? He waved him in. Now he's getting hit, and GGG is getting warmed up and used to the contact and giving Canelo
But Triple G get really tired, Max, because he's not used to this style of fight. Canelo used to this kind of fight. Canelo has had several of these kind of fights.
Mexican style. What did you say he was Mexican style? Canelo backing his ass up.
That's it. That's what I want to see, bitch. That's what I want to see, dude.
Hit the like button.
Good, good, bitch. That's it. Breathe. How are you feeling? Good? Yes. Breathe. Come on, get some balls. Put some balls in there. Come on, he's dwindling. He's dwindling.
The jab is working real well. When you go inside with a jab, just 1 or 2 shots. Forget about throwing a big combination. Just make sure you're solid, okay? That was a very good round. You just need a couple shots, that's all.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Mike Tyson in the crowd, and the crowd responds to seeing Mike on the monitor. Still extremely popular everywhere he goes. Harold Letterman, how did you score the first 6 rounds of the fight?
Okay, Jim. I got it 3 rounds apiece. I got it all even, 57-57. Very, very close fight, Jim. I gave rounds 3, 4, and 5. Let me see. 3, 4, and 5 to Gennady Golovkin. But I thought Canelo came back and won round 6 to tie it up. I've got it all even, 57-57.
Round 6 was a round in which Canelo landed more punches than Golovkin. Golovkin continues to throw many more jabs and land more jabs than Canelo. Canelo continues to throw many more body shots and land more body shots than Golovkin.
It's not enough to win the story of the fight, Roy. After all, he's going to have to win the fight, Canelo. And if Harold has it close, it's usually a pretty good indication the judges do.
Max, if he outstalks, if he stalks Triple G like this the whole fight, there's no way they're going to give Triple G this decision because he's taking him completely out of his game. First fight, he beat him backing up, where he fought his back backing up and had his way when he wanted. This type fight, he's forced an issue and had his way when he wants. There's no way they're going to give Triple G this fight at this pace.
Canelo is not planning on going to the scoreboard. He's looking for the knockout, which is, of course, dangerous against Triple G.
Very dangerous because Triple G can land one inning shot at any time.
Canelo's fighting 3 minutes of every round, clearly to this point, and sustaining his power. It is definitely Golovkin who looks more labored, but it's also Golovkin who's landing more punches through the course of the fight. Hard jab by Canelo Alvarez. Golovkin making Canelo miss there. And landing a left hook.
Canelo willing to take one from Golovkin to land one. That's very, very dangerous, and that's saying a lot about Canelo Alvarez.
Well, he said that he was going to, it's rare that before a big fight like this, a fighter says he's going to do something and goes out and does exactly what he says he's going to do. Canelo said he's going to take more risks, even though it was Triple G most felt needed to take more risks to win this fight. Canelo is taking those risks.
And whether he wins it or not, Max, Canelo meant exactly what I thought he meant at that weigh-in. He walked right up on Triple G and let him know that I'm coming for you tonight. Ain't nothing able and nobody else can do about it.
Right position. Left hook, uppercut, all for Canelo, for Triple G.
Triple G is used to landing combinations like that and then walking to the neutral corner as the guy falls. Canelo answered with a big shot of his own.
Good shit. Hit the like button.
So we're losing here, okay? There we go. Hands down. Hands down. There we go. Okay, that was a much better round. Okay, but we got to do it the whole round. The last part of it was great. Stay in the pocket. Let's fight this guy, all right?
He see a beautiful uppercut landed by Triple G, but the difference now is he landed and then he catches the right hand straight back. Canelo answered right away because Canelo knows how to fight this style of fight, Jim. This is the fight Canelo wants. Give and take. That's real Mexican style.
And in the biggest tell of the fight so far, you heard Abel Sanchez lean into the corner and tell Triple G, hey, we're losing here. So that's the way Abel Sanchez sees it, and that's a clear sign he's trying to motivate Golovkin to open up and take more risks and throw more hard shots in the second half of the fight.
It's like I told Max, Abel Sanchez knows that fighting this style of fighting, if they go to 12 rounds like this, there's no way they're going to give Triple G that decision.
And for what it's worth, Harold Letterman gave the round to Golovkin.
What is happening in this fight that I see is that Canelo trusts his beard. He believes he can take Triple G's shots, so he's willing to come forward to land his own. The counter-puncher has become the hunter.
The stalker.
Hard right hand by Canelo Alvarez. Abel Sanchez is right. Triple G's going to have to take more risks and try to match power with power. Because Canelo Alvarez's power quotient is going up from round to round.
Better believe it.
Hard right hand for Golovkin. Sticks the jab. But Alvarez keeps the pressure on.
And Triple G landed a good jab, Jim. I can't take that away from him. But Alvarez is fighting the fight he wants to fight. That means he's in control. He's determining and dictating everything that's going on right now.
He's landing the punishing shots too, for the most part. They're both landing punishing shots. But Canelo is the guy you'd rather be in most of these rounds. Those body shots are devastating, and increasingly it looks to me like Golovkin's going to have to leave one of those iconic images for us in order to win that fight. He's going to have to turn it around with a big punch.
I don't know if he's going to have the energy to, Max. He's taking a lot of punishment in this fight, wearing him down. And you know, you might not, but in boxing, it takes just as much to take a punch, a big punch, as it does to throw one.
I think two things are possible, Max. Either Golovkin does not have the kind of power he had through most of his career, or he's never fought a fighter with the kind of chin that Canelo Alvarez brings.
You take nothing away from Triple G.
Canelo, make sure you subscribe.
Hit the like button. In this fight than he did even in their first fight.
Hit the like
button. Than he did even against Daniel Jacobs when it appeared maybe he was starting to slow down. Of course, part of it is now he is fighting top fighters.
Triple G missing with the right hand.
Canelo's winning. That's who's winning. Canelo's
shaking
winning.
his head.
Now Triple G get back in and Canelo's starting to show a little fatigue. Canelo but Triple G withstood the test, so let's see what happens now.
This is another round that could be scored either way, depending on what you're looking for. It still looks as though Alvarez is landing the harder punches, but Triple G may be landing more.
A cut opened up over Alvarez's left eye, too.
Hard right hand for Golovkin. He needed that punch.
They did.
Triple G came up with more offense in that round. He took a lot of shots, but he gave them two.
He might have won the round with that last right hand.
Turn the tide a little bit.
Okay, very, very good. They both cut.
That's the kind of
good fight. I'm not showing the fight, so stop doing that.
Toca longer and lower. Okay? You gotta keep working them the whole round.
Exactly.
The jab is great, but you gotta mix it up.
Tell the motherfuckers, listen, y'all too busy fucking begging.
Come on, baby. You can't rest that.
Hit the like button.
Deep breath.
1,000 motherfuckers in here. Hit the like button.
Intelligent fight. Speed, speed, speed. Flex your waist and jab. All right? Come on, keep punching, keep punching. Water. Miss Vaseline.
Canelo's mother. A couple of prayers there. It's a close fight. It's very much like the first fight in the sense that Canelo is landing a few more power punches and seeming to land the harder punches. Golovkin is landing more punches and significantly more jabs. Harold Letterman now has Golovkin sneaking ahead on his scorecard by a point.
Hey, Eric Rodriguez, your mom is a bitch, huh?
I will say in the last round, it's
oh,
not
now
just
you
a
want to
Triple
ask
G
what round is it? I'm not telling you, bitch.
Affect Canelo toward the end of the round.
Yeah, it seemed like a little bit of a shift in the fight for Triple G's favor.
And Abel Sanchez said he was pleased with the round. I think he was pleased because his fighter took a little bit more risk.
That's the first round I seen that looked like Triple G had control of the fight.
Triple G with that stiff jab. Now lands a right hand again.
Canelo
comes back with his counter shots. Lands a right hand over the top. Triple G comes right back, firing with energy.
Both guys looking to end this fight right now.
Of course.
What's the ninth
Trade
round?
shots at center ring.
Close.
Canelo with his jab. Right hand lead for Canelo. Triple G trying to get a little rest there for a second. Trying to get a small breather in the middle of a round.
Takes a lot to fight like this, gentlemen. It's a tough fight by two brilliant fighters. The counter puncher became the stalker. The banger became the boxer.
And Canelo takes a moment off and Triple G lands some punches.
The question is now that Triple G is really finding Canelo upstairs, sometimes with combinations. Can he put that extra mustard on one of those shots to get Canelo in trouble upstairs, having not put in the work to the body?
Very tired though, Max, and Canelo is making it work right now, on purpose, to wear him down.
Someone's going to produce a late round burst. In the first fight, it was Canelo who produced the late round burst. Can he do it again and put the fight away? Or can Triple G, with his whole career on the line, summon the greatness that fueled the middle of that career and restore the legend? Only a few more rounds to see.
Good body shot.
Hard right hand by Canelo Alvarez. Triple G trying to fire back with his own right hand. It's an Alvarez round so far with 30 seconds to go. Big left hook for Golovkin.
See, those Triple G shots are starting to move Canelo a little more than they did, even as Triple G is fatigued.
And the cut is getting bigger over Canelo Alvarez's left eye. Judges score blood, too. Triple G on the attack. Looking at the blood and saying, I can make that blow. Closing seconds of this round have been good to Golovkin.
10 seconds.
Who will finish it off? A miss for Alvarez. A miss for Golovkin. A straight right hand lands for Triple G. He got in the last shot.
Another classic middleweight prize fight.
Again. He's ready. He's got nothing left. All right, sit, son. He's done. He's done. Mouthpiece. I got it. Son, 3 rounds. 3 rounds, fast, with intelligence. Speed and intelligence, son. Jab him 2 or 3 times, dude. From the first minute, remember, he comes out in that first minute real strong. In the first minute, don't exchange punches there.
This explains how tough this fight is to judge. Watch what happens here, Jim. You see Canelo, Triple G with the right hand, Canelo with the right hand, and a hook, and then Triple G come back and answer with a hook. That's 2 to 2, 2 very good punches by 2 very good fighters.
They are so evenly matched.
Yeah,
we have watched them fight.
Oh, geez, they both busted up. It's a fucking fight.
There is so little to choose between them. 3
Make sure
rounds
y'all
to go in Las
subscribe to this
Vegas.
motherfucker too.
Harold Letterman,
Real Life
how do you have
Boxing.
it
We
for
stream
now?
all these fights just like this.
I have no idea. I got an 87-84, 6 rounds to 3. Gennady Golovkin. Jim, this fight is really, really close. There's no doubt about it. Every single round, close as you can get. As I say, I've got it 6 to 3 Golovkin. But if any of the judges had it the opposite way, I would argue because each round is close. I mean, they're standing in the middle of the ring, banging on each other. Very, very close round. I've got it 6-3, Gennady Golovkin.
Andre Ward against Sergey Kovalev, guys, was not nearly as bruising a fight as this.
No.
But Ward was winning the story of the fight, even as Kovalev was gaining some rounds. Ward, like a great fighter, closed the show and knocked his guy out. Does Canelo have to do the same thing here?
I'm not sure. I think this is so difficult to fight the score. I can very easily see a judge having Canelo up 6-3, just the way Harold has Golovkin up 6-3.
And if these next 3 rounds go like this and nobody goes down, I can easily see us with another rematch with a fight number 3.
It does feel as though if Canelo steps it up, he could go for the stoppage. But then Golovkin comes throwing shots like that.
2 hard power shots, and suddenly has Canelo standing still. Still has the magic.
Oh, Canelo comes back.
Hurt by that, but he's firing back.
He did look hurt. That was the most
Canelo comes back
in any moment against Gennady Golovkin.
Oh, another uppercut by
It only lasted a few seconds.
And now Canelo's back on the attack.
Oh, another uppercut by Canelo. Oh, and he's raking him. He's shaking his
It's in the right hand.
Oh, Canelo to the body.
Body shot by Canelo. So much the story of the fight. Triple G looking for another rally like that one.
Harder to sustain those rallies when the guy's been working your body since the opening round.
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice right by Triple G.
Golovkin. And the straight right hand lands again. Canelo comes back with his jab.
Oh, right by Canelo.
The trouble for Canelo is that when judges score this round, they're going to be remembering that rally by Triple G that momentarily wobbled. There's a body shot.
Finally.
Another body shot by Golovkin for the right hand.
Really threw that right to the body like it meant it. Triple G looking for the knockout upstairs meantime.
Great hook by Golovkin.
What a chin on Canelo.
What a chin on both of them.
Spectacular. Body shot for Canelo. Hard right hand for Golovkin. In the heat of the battle, Gennady Golovkin appears to have won the 10th round when most he needed it.
I give that round to Gennady. It's a good fucking fight, yo. I can like that. Hey, it's a good fucking fight. It's a good fucking fight.
How do you feel?
It's a classic. They both busted up. It's a fucking classic. Hit the like button.
6 minutes, son. Be faster. Flex your waist. Don't risk. Don't risk to exchange stupidly. It's old. Did you hear me? You've got a good fight going. You're good. You're not going to be able to knock him.
I guess Canelo wants to show him he can fight Mexican style.
That was Triple G's best right hand of the night. He came behind that same jab with a beautiful straight right hand over the top, right on the jaw of Canelo's. Doesn't get much better than that. Beautiful straight right hand right there on the eye. Made the eye start back bleeding again. Very good punch by Triple G.
The hardest thing to do is to change your fate. It looked early like Canelo was putting in the body work, fighting his type of fight. Triple G was sucking air and being rocked. And in the last several rounds, Triple G has fought his way back in to the point where it looks like he could change the outcome of this fight.
Yes, he has.
And he's done it by taking risk. He's done it by putting himself on the line. But we must point out, there are writers at ringside who have Canelo ahead in the fight. And just as you know that Harold Letterman, our unofficial scorer, has Triple G ahead in the fight. The only scorers who matter are the 3 official judges sitting at ringside with one of the most difficult jobs imaginable in boxing.
Meantime, the first fight was great. This one's been better.
And for the first time, Triple G is on the attack now.
Canelo's against the ropes. This is the first time in the fight when Canelo has gone to the ropes and assumed the posture that he had through much of the middle of the last fight. Now he comes back to the center of the ring.
The difference thus far has been that Canelo has knocked out smaller fighters, but not scored those iconic kind of knockouts against middleweights. Triple G is used to guys crumbling when he hits them the way he's hit Canelo. And here Canelo is throwing back.
Oh, Triple G making contact again. Landing power shots. This is the 11th round. And Triple G is ready.
hand by Triple G upstairs is the best punch in the fight.
Yes, it is.
Saved his career.
Yes, it is.
His career needs a win.
How is Canelo coming forward throwing power shots?
That's what he does, Bex.
Amazing recovery by Canelo Alvarez.
He does. He's real Mexican style for real.
A minute left in the round, still on the table.
Triple G fighting a beautiful fight, boxing beautiful, but Canelo won't stop coming.
This time, Triple G blocking the body shot. He's getting better at seeing Canelo Alvarez's body punches coming. Lands the jab. Couldn't get the right hand home. "40 seconds left in the round. Alvarez needs a rally. Gets a hard right hand. In the latter part of the fight, the biggest difference is that Golovkin has been able to land combinations and limit Alvarez to one shot at a time. And there's a hard left hook for Triple G.
And a hard right uppercut by Alvarez.
Alvarez
And another one.
A couple of real big right hands in the last 30 seconds.
Another good right hand. Another good right hand.
Rally for Alvarez.
And Triple G
Fewer than 10 seconds to go in the 11th round.
gonna have to take that
Another good right hand
from Alvarez. Alvarez keeps throwing because Triple G's not blocking it.
Fight. Hit the motherfucking like button. 4th round right here. Feel like boxing. Hit the like button to make sure y'all subscribe to this bitch. Be in here.
Sit, son, breathe. Come on, we're winning all damn fight, dude. Come on, 3 intelligent minutes.
Canelo got a nice cut over his eye, though. They both busted
jab,
up.
climb up, and here, okay. Well, you're giving him the opportunity to punch. He's going to come up with everything. Nobody's lost.
Land some shots, okay? You have to be ready, all right? Good jabs, good jabs. That right hand better right here, like I said, okay? Make sure we turn it, but we got to stay busy. It's only 3 minutes. It's only 3 minutes, all right? Deep breath. 3 minutes.
Canelo Alvarez's mother, as nervous as anybody here at ringside. Gennady Golovkin threw 75 punches in the 11th round, and Abel Sanchez says, stay busy. He threw 30 more punches by CompuBox count, and Canelo did in that round. And here he comes again. Hard left hook by Golovkin. Jab lands for Golovkin. Golovkin landing power shots. Sticks his jab in Canelo's face again.
Over the second half of this fight, Triple G has landed big power shots upstairs.
Uppercut for Golovkin, knocking Alvarez's head back. He's off to a great start in the closing round. Somehow, Gennady Golovkin gained confidence in these last 3 rounds.
You can't say enough about it. He looked like an old fighter halfway through this fight. Canelo's been killing his body the whole time. It looked like Golovkin was gassed and Canelo was coming on. And Triple G's been like a house on fire the last several rounds, willing his way back into this fight and rocking Canelo.
Talk about big drama show. This has been a drama show. Golovkin throwing and throwing. Alvarez lands power shots in return. It's a Pier 6 brawl. Down the stretch they come. A minute and a half to go. Alvarez fighting as though he believes he needs a knockout. Uppercut for Golovkin.
Only great fighters can do this, ladies and gentlemen.
150 likes. 200 likes. Hit the fucking like button.
These are 2 middleweight greats.
They're beefing.
Certainly the greatest middleweights of this era, and comparable to those of any era. Both of them. Tremendous performance by both tonight. Less than a minute to go. Who has the last rally? Golovkin landing power shots. Now Alvarez lands in return. The body shot for Alvarez was big. It stopped Golovkin in the middle of a rally. Being busy in the center of the ring is what both fighters are trying to do now. Golovkin letting all hang out. They trade uppercuts. Left hook.
10 seconds. Let's go. It's a great fucking fight. Hit the like button.
Fighters dead tired. Exhausted on their feet. 10 seconds to go. Uppercut to Golovkin. Who gets the last shot? Golovkin with a right hand. And it's over. Amazing fight.
Round 25,
please.
The blood flows from both fighters as they try to catch their breath after a frenetic closing portion of the fight. The last 3 rounds were turbulent, intense, and unbelievably violent.
One of the best fights I've seen in a long time, Jim.
Better than last year's fight.
Yes, sir, by far.
Has 8 rounds to 4. Golovkin the winner, with Golovkin winning 5 of the last 6 rounds in the fight. A closing rally of epic proportions on Letterman's card if he saw the fight correctly. And the official judges are Glenn Feldman from Connecticut, Dave Moretti from here in Las Vegas, Steve Weisfeld from New Jersey. All of them high quality, very cerebral, extremely experienced boxing judges. It's a great panel. You don't expect anything wildly unexpected.
Hey, hit the like button. Final decisions coming up. Hit the like button. It's real life boxing. 1,000 people in here. Y'all motherfuckers, man. Y'all motherfuckers. Y'all motherfuckers is something else. Hit the fucking like button.
You called it, Roy Jones, through the first several rounds of the fight. It was Canelo Alvarez who had the fight he wanted and seemed to be reeling Golovkin in. But what a rally in the second half of the fight by Gennady.
Golovkin really turned the fight around in the second half, did a great job of turning the fight around and using his boxing skills to turn the fight around. So he did a great job again of turning the second part of the fight around.
Hey, how much of it was Golovkin dispensing with caution and taking necessary risks?
Well, you had to do that, man. I mean, Jim, we said at the beginning of the fight.
Canelo got a nice cut, though, too. They both busted up. Y'all hit the like button, man.
Triple G threw a fight-high 89 punches in the last round. He only landed 20, but the activity was frenetic. Let's go to Joe Martinez to read the scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 toe-to-toe rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. One more time, Las Vegas. Show your love for these 2 boxing warriors inside the ring. And here are the judges' scoring totals. Glenn Feldman scores this bout even, 114-114. Judge Dave Moretti and Steve Weisfeld have it 115-113. Your winner by majority decision.
Let's get it. There's a winner in this bitch. Hey, Canelo in this motherfucker. Hey. Canelo in this bitch. Canelo won. This real life boxing. Y'all hit the motherfucking like button. Canelo. Canelo.
So the judges prefer Canelo. And Triple G's heart is broken by the first defeat of his professional career. Spectacular fight, which clearly could have gone either way. Alvarez gets the call, probably on the basis of what he did in the first 8 rounds.
Hey, all y'all Canelo fans, hit the fucking like button and make y'all sure y'all subscribe, because I'm streaming all these shits. Canelo, go, Canelo, golazo, all y'all Mexicans know what I'm talking about. Hit the motherfucking like button. It's your life boxing.
Len Feldman gave the 12th round.
Hey, it's your life boxing. Hit the like button.
This is confusing. Let's
Hey,
look
fuck
at
a robbery.
box
Hit the
numbers.
like button.
And
Then
see
you
what
gotta see you got robbed too. That's what they
numerically in the
say,
fight.
right? Hit the
Once
fucking
again,
like
for the
button.
second fight in a row,
Stop it.
Gennady Golovkin lands more punches.
Stop it.
Landing 234 to 202 for Alvarez. Once again, for the second fight in a row, Golovkin throws more punches, throwing 257 more punches. Power punches, and Canelo lands more power shots. That's the way to win fights. Land your power shots. He threw more and landed more. 143 to 116. For the second fight in a row, Golovkin lands more jabs. He doubled the number of jabs that Alvarez landed in the fight, and he threw more than twice as many jabs. So Golovkin's jab-centric game is not enough to beat.
You got time to be up in this bitch, though, huh?
On counter-punching and power shots, and particularly, I think, the tactic of pressuring Golovkin in the early going and coming toward him instead of backing up. Max Kellerman stands by with the winner.
That's right, Canelo.
Congratulations, Canelo.
Hey.
On winning another classic middleweight fight. Did you think the fight was close in the 12th round? It turns out one judge gave you the 12th round, and that avoided another draw.
No, mira, mi esquina me mandó a cerrar el round para que no pasara lo de la pelea pasada. Fue lo que hice. Realmente estoy muy emocionado. Primeramente quiero darle las gracias.
You know, my corner told me to close the round because it was a very tight fight. So that's what I did. But I'm very excited. I'm very emotional. And I want to thank...
Quiero darle las gracias a la gente que siempre creyó en mí. Estas peleas son para ellos. Y que viva México!
I want to thank everyone that believed in me. And this is for them. And long live Mexico.
Canelo, you said you were training for a knockout. You were supposed to be the counterpuncher, but you came out as the stalker early. Why did you do that?
No, es lo que le había dicho a la gente, no iba a ir hacia él. Es un buen peleador, no se dio un knockout, como lo dije, un knockout no se puede predecir una pelea, y mucho menos de este nivel. Salí a hacerlo, hice todo el esfuerzo, salí a noquearlo, pero no se pudo. Es un gran peleador, pero gracias a Dios llevamos la victoria y tenemos los cinturones para México.
You know, that's what I did. I promised people I would go out to look for a knockout, but it's very difficult at this stage. He's a great fighter, but we tried to do it. But in the end, obviously, I got the victory. We got the victory. We took this victory for Mexico.
By midway through the fight, however people were scoring it, it looked like it was your fight, like you were doing what you wanted. You were winning the story of the fight, and you were landing vicious body punches. Maybe you would even knock him out. And right at the moment where it looked like he needed to come up with something, he rallied and won some rounds and seemed to hit you with big shots upstairs. What were you thinking in those mid to late rounds?
No, sí, ganó algunos rounds. Yo estaba queriéndolo conectar fuerte. Ganó algunos rounds, pero sabía que solamente eran combinaciones y pocas en los rounds, ¿no? Yo estaba haciendo mi trabajo y lo hice bien, gracias a Dios. En mi esquina hicimos un gran trabajo, quiero agradecerle a mi esquina. Como lo he dicho, nadie le quiere dar el crédito, pero es la mejor esquina del mundo.
You know, again, he was connecting some punches, but they were few and far between, basically. And I was just following the instructions in my corner. And again, it was the opportunity, and I want to say a shout out to my corner. That is the best, absolute best corner in the world of boxing.
What is in your chin? Because you're saying he didn't hit you a lot, but late in the fight, he hit you with some huge shots, and throughout his career, when Triple G lands shots like that, fighters crumble, and you barely wobbled. What is in your chin?
Mira, es un gran peleador, pero como lo dije, ¿no? Los rivales está la diferencia. Yo no soy cualquier rival. Yo soy un peleador de élite y aquí lo demostré.
He's a great rival. He's a great opponent, but I said, every fighter the rival depends the rival that you have. And I am a great fighter. I'm a great rival, and I showed it tonight.
Canelo, you got the win here, but it was another close fight. It looked like it could go either way. Would you consider round 25?
Mira, si la gente quiere una tercera pelea la hacemos, ¿no? Pero ahorita voy a disfrutar mi pelea, voy a disfrutar mi triunfo con mi familia, con mi gente y el ser campeón mundial de nuevo.
If the people want another fight, we'll do it again. But for now, I'm going to enjoy the moment, enjoy it with my family, enjoy it with my people. But we'll do it again, no doubt.
Canelo, congratulations on a scintillating performance and a tremendous win in another classic middleweight title fight. Congratulations, champ.
Muchas gracias a toda la gente y hay que disfrutar la independencia de México. ¡Viva México, cabrones!
Jim.
And while Canelo Alvarez was beginning that interview with Max Kellerman, Gennady Golovkin left the ring. And you hear the response of many in the audience, heaping derision on the Kazakh star as he, obviously in disappointment, leaves the ring. We will send Max Kellerman to the Golovkin dressing room to see if he can get an interview. I don't feel terribly confident or optimistic that that is going to happen. Obviously, Roy Jones, he's a tremendously disappointed fighter trying to hold his head high amid the disappointment, but at the end of the day, he loses for a variety of different reasons. The one glaringly obvious one, again, not enough body shots and not enough constant pressure to perform in the role of the attacking fighter Triple G against the counterpuncher Canelo Alvarez.
Well, this is my problem, Jim. This is what I feel bad about. Remember I told you earlier about how the fighter should talk to the fighter and not the trainer? The trainer talked all this time about, I want Canelo to do this, I want Canelo to do this, I want Canelo to do this. The media hears you saying, you want Canelo to do this, you want Canelo to do this. Guess what? Canelo came out and did that. And what did you do about it? Nothing. So it's like the fight could have been called a draw again. The fight could have went to Triple G. There was a lot of mixed up rounds again. Triple G landed the most punches like the first fight. Canelo landed the more powerful punches like the first fight. We really could have had another draw. I feel like part of the outcome was the fact that y'all said you want him to come and do this, and guess what? That's what he came and did, and nobody did nothing about it.
Max Kellerman, your thoughts?
This is the latest chapter in a division, the middleweight division, that has seen so many great chapters authored between champions who put on shows like this. This is the latest one, and it's a worthy successor to so many that have come before. It was a great fight, better than the original, which is tough to do, and unexpected. We thought that for Triple G to win, and he almost did. I mean, it was a very close fight. He would have to pressure Canelo, put him on the ropes. Didn't do it one time. It was Canelo who was the aggressor. And Triple G, it was disappointing in the sense that he came out tentatively. He didn't show as much aggression. He never went to the body hardly at all. He didn't correct any of the mistakes of the first fight. But he did something even more praiseworthy, in my estimation, than enacting a game plan. He seemed to change his fate at a point where it seemed already to be written. You know, Canelo was fighting his fight. He was authoring the fight that he wanted to author. He was ripping Triple G to the body. Triple G looked old. He was huffing and puffing, gasping for air. And it looked to me like maybe Canelo's on his way to a knockout. And right when it looked as though, look, Triple G can't hurt this guy, he can't outwork this guy, he can land more punches, but they're not the more damaging ones. What's he gonna do? Triple G reached another level. He emptied the gas tank, and the gas tank was enough to get him to the end of the fight, and I'll be willing to bet enough to have a lot of people out there saying, I thought Triple G won that fight, or at least it was a draw or a very, very close fight. That was an amazing performance by a 36-year-old fighter who looked beaten and would not accept his fate. I'm disappointed that he won't talk to us because I'm very interested to see what he has to say right now. But congratulations to Canelo Alvarez, who has established himself where at one point people said he's doing it with smoke and mirrors and he's a creation of the hype machine and he's not really the next great Mexican fighter. Oh, yes, he is. And tonight proves it.
Indeed. It's easy to love Gennady Golovkin. His personality is endearing, his fighting style is exciting, and he's great. But at this moment, it's time to praise the greatness of Canelo Alvarez. who in a 14-year professional career has proven he can beat anybody on the planet, not named Floyd Mayweather, who is an incredibly resourceful fighter, who time and again finds ways to impose his will on opposing fighters in the ring, who's able to do that even as a counterpuncher in a game where attackers are supposed to be more capable of imposing their will than counterpunchers, who does it with power and precision, and who tonight landed 46 body punches by CompuBox count to only 6 for Golovkin, in effect staring down an offensive fighting machine with one of the most critical components of offensive fighting, his will to go downstairs and go to the body. Gennady Golovkin was great tonight. Canelo Alvarez was greater. And at the end of the day, we may be looking at the continued architecture of one of the greatest careers in the history of middleweight boxing. It's the man from Guadalajara, Canelo Alvarez, who has now made this rivalry 1 draw, 1 win for Alvarez. Golovkin still looking for a victory. Thanks very much for being with us on this epic HBO pay-per-view presentation of Canelo Triple G2.
Hey, you guys hit the like button. I mean, honestly,
mark your calendars for these upcoming shows from HBO. This coming Wednesday, look for the next installment of my show, The Fight Game. The following week, it's Real Sports. In October, it's the documentary Student Athlete, which examines how athletes generate millions of dollars for their universities, yet remain unpaid.
If you're gonna say
Later that
it
month,
was a
World
robbery,
Championship Boxing returns with Daniel Jacobs.
How the fuck did Triple G win the first fight?
December 11. Tune in for the
You know what I'm
surfing
saying?
documentary.
Because y'all say Canelo lost the first fight because he was running
Muhammad Ali,
in
a 2-part documentary about one of the
how y'all
towering
say
figures
Canelo
of the
lost the
20th
first fight.
century.
But so how would y'all say that this is a robbery? I don't understand, because Canelo had Triple G going backwards the whole fight. Just because Triple G did a little, he did a little work in the 10th and 11th round, I don't mean shit.
I want to make sure that I prove that I am the best middleweight in the world.
I don't understand y'all sometimes. Hit the like button. Yeah, Canelo had a better percentage, and he was walking him down the whole fucking fight. How about that?
It's non-stop work. This is for the fans, this is for the love of the sport, and this is for my legacy.
GGG had more punches landed than Canelo because he landed more of a jab. So landed the jab is counts more than more power punches landed, because I'm sure he didn't land more power punches. Come on, y'all gotta get wise with y'all arguments, man. You feel me? He landed 10 more jabs, but or he landed, let me see, 20 more jabs, but Canelo landed 20 more power punches. Canelo's a good shooter. I'll be wildin'. It's a good fight, though.
Canelo versus Golovkin 2 was brought to you live from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Walking him down the whole fight.
Never stop, never settle. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Fred Warner Insurance.
All right, so by you guys' own logic, who say that Canelo lost. So in the first fight, Canelo was on his back foot, and Triple G was coming forward. So Triple G won because he was coming forward. But in this fight, Canelo had Triple G going backwards, and Canelo did more damage than Triple G this fight than either one of them did to each other in the first fight. Triple G don't want no interview. Y'all understand? He's busted up. He don't want no interview. Y'all, you feel me? He don't want no interview right now. He's busted up. The broadcast is done and y'all ain't getting no interview by Triple G. He's busted up. He said, nah. Both his eyes is swollen. He's busted up. Canelo got a cut, yeah, but Triple G's busted up. His face is all red. Both eyes swollen. The right one is all black underneath it. He's busted up. I'm trying to tell y'all, hit the like button. Look it, it's 700 motherfuckers in here. It's just done. They got the credits on. It's done. You don't hear them talking no more, right? It's just done. Oh, y'all motherfuckers still in here. Hit the like button. Canelo won. Busted up. I don't know when y'all gonna hear from him, but y'all ain't hearing from him tonight. Hey, it's Real Life Boxing. Been here with Kilbert's Corner. Make sure y'all subscribe. Kilbert's Corner, we're streaming all these fights. The like button. I'm gonna let it run for a couple more minutes. Give me 200 likes. I'm gonna let it run for. That's the credits. Y'all listen to the credits. Watch the credits. Credits. These faces fucked up. You didn't want no interview. I said, nah, I'm not doing no interview. I don't know when y'all gonna see Triple G again, but y'all ain't seeing him tonight. It's done. Y'all still in here. I'm gonna let y'all rock out though.